Hello there, dear magical friends. Welcome back to another enchanting storytime adventure on our channel. We want to thank each and every one of you for your amazing support. You truly make our storytelling journey special. Our big goal is to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this year, and we really need your help to get there. So if you love magical stories, fun adventures, and heartwarming lessons, make sure to stay with us until the very end. Today we have a Quack-tastic tale starring none other than Daffy Duck himself. This is a story filled with laughter, magic, and wonder, so let's dive right in. Daffy Duck was having one of his usual evenings, pacing around the pond, practicing his silly monologues, and occasionally quacking at his reflection in the water. "Mirror, mirror in the pond," he muttered. "Who's the most spectacular duck around?" The rippling water only wobbled back at him. "Ha, that's right, it's me." Daffy grinned proudly. Just then, a shimmer streaked across the night sky, a glowing shooting star. But unlike most shooting stars, this one swirled and spiraled down lower and lower until plop, it landed right near Daffy's webbed feet. "Now that's not something you see every night," Daffy exclaimed. Nestled in the soft grass was a tiny glowing seed, pulsing with silver and gold light. Daffy picked it up carefully. "A seed from the stars?" "Oh ho, Daffy, my boy, this is your lucky night. Maybe it's magical, maybe it's worth a fortune, maybe it's both." He tucked it close to his feathers, but as he did, the seed whispered softly like the wind. "Plant me, and wonder will bloom." Daffy blinked. Did you just talk?" But the seed grew quiet again. Curiosity got the better of him. Daffy found a quiet clearing in the forest near the pond, dug a little hole with his beak and feet, and carefully placed the seed inside. He covered it with soil, then stood back. "All right, seed. Do your magic thing for a moment." Nothing happened. Daffy crossed his wings impatiently. Figures, I get a talking seed, and it turns out to be a dud. Typical, but then, swoosh! The ground trembled softly, and out of the soil sprouted a tiny silver sprout. Its leaves glowed faintly, shimmering with starlight. Eureka! It's alive, and it's shiny. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Daffy hopped in circles around it, but before he could celebrate too much, the sprout whispered again, "Nurture me, guide me, and a path to the stars will open." "A path to the stars?" Daffy gasped. "You mean I could become the first duck astronaut?" No, better. The first duck king of space. His imagination soared. Palaces on Mars, parades on Saturn, ducklings cheering across galaxies. Oh yes, this seed was his ticket to fame. The next morning, Daffy was determined to make the sprout grow faster. He brought buckets of pond water, hummed silly songs, and even tried telling jokes to the plant. Why did the duck cross the galaxy? "To get to the Milky Way," he quacked proudly. But the sprout only wiggled quietly. Then came a shimmering glow, and before Daffy's eyes, a map of stars appeared above the sprout. It sparkled in the air like constellations. Oh, now we're talking! A treasure map, duck style. The star map pointed to 3 places. The Laughing River, said to carry water that sings. The Crystal Cavern, where glowing gems shine like suns. The Whispering Hill, where winds speak secrets. The sprout's whisper followed. "Gather the gifts of joy, light, and wisdom. Only then will I bloom." Daffy puffed his chest. "A quest? For me? Don't worry, little sprout. I'll get your goodies. And then galactic glory awaits." Daffy waddled off to the Laughing River. As he approached, he heard giggles bubbling through the air. The river's water chuckled and splashed like it was ticklish. Water that laughs? Oh, this I gotta see. Daffy dipped his beak in the river. Instantly, a bubbly laugh escaped him. Bwahahaha. Hey, it's contagious. The river spoke in a merry tone. "Take with you the water of laughter, but only the truly joyful may carry it." Daffy tried scooping some in a bottle, but it spilled out. He frowned. "Come on, why won't you stay?" The river giggled. "Because you're grumpy when you fail." Laugh and I'll stay. So Daffy took a deep breath and started telling his best jokes, slipping on rocks and even dancing a silly jig. Soon he laughed so hard his feathers shook. The bottle filled instantly with sparkling water. Ha! Who's the funniest duck in the galaxy? That's right, it's me. He tucked the bottle carefully and marched on. Next stop, the crystal cavern. It was dark at first, but the deeper he waddled, the brighter the walls became. Crystals glowing blue, pink, and gold. Wow, it's like walking through a jewelry store in the sky. At the heart of the cavern stood a massive crystal, pulsing with warmth. To take my light, you must share your own, the cavern boomed. My light? I don't have light, I'm just a duck. But then Daffy remembered. When he laughed at the river, he felt warm inside. Maybe that was his light, so he sang, cracked jokes, and flapped his wings proudly. The cavern shimmered, reflecting his silly energy. A small, glowing shard floated down into his wings. Another win for Daffy Duck. Finally, Daffy reached Whispering Hill, where winds circled and whooshed around him. They whispered secrets of the past, present, and future. Spooky, Daffy muttered, holding his feathers tight. The wind spoke. To claim wisdom, you must listen more than you speak. Listen, but I'm great at talking, Daffy argued. The winds grew stronger, pushing him down. He sat quietly, closing his eyes. He listened, not just to the wind, but to the rustle of leaves, the hum of crickets, the gentle beating of his own heart. Finally, the wind whispered, even the loudest duck must learn silence. A feather-light breeze placed a silver feather in his hands. The gift of wisdom. Daffy returned to the sprout with all three gifts: the water of laughter, the shard of light, and the feather of wisdom. As he placed them around the sprout, it shimmered and grew, taller, brighter, until it blossomed into a magnificent starflower. Its petals glowed like constellations, and from its center rose a glowing staircase spiraling up to the sky. Daffy's eyes widened. A stairway to the stars. Oh boy, he waddled onto the glowing steps, climbing higher and higher until he reached the very edge of the night sky. Stars twinkled around him like friends. Ladies and gentlemen, he said dramatically, I present to you Daffy Duck, ruler of the cosmos. But just as he puffed his chest proudly, the starflower spoke. Remember, Daffy Duck, the gifts you gathered are not for greed, but for sharing. Sharing? Daffy blinked. But I did all the work. The flower shimmered, and suddenly Daffy saw visions. Kids laughing with the river's water, families warmed by the crystal's light, and friends listening to each other with wisdom. He realized the quest wasn't about making him famous. It was about learning that joy, light, and wisdom only matter when shared. Daffy sighed, then chuckled. Oh, all right, I get it. What good's a star if you don't share the sparkle? The starflower bloomed brighter, showering sparkles across the earth. Villages lit up, children laughed, and everyone felt the wisdom of kindness. Daffy floated gently back to the pond, the starflower glowing beside him. It would stay forever in the forest, shining for all to see. He sat by the pond, smiling. You know, maybe being king of the cosmos isn't as important as making the world a little brighter. He winked at the viewers. But don't get me wrong, I still look great in a crown. And so, Daffy Duck's Quack-tastic quest came to an end. He learned that joy, light, and wisdom are treasures best shared with everyone around us. Thank you so much, dear viewers, for joining this magical adventure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. And here's a fun challenge. If this video gets 20 likes, we'll bring Daffy back for a brand new sequel. And don't forget, stay tuned for next month's Halloween special magical adventures filled with spooky fun and enchanting surprises you won't want to miss. Pumpkin Ghosts.